The meds-hatch. The meds-hatch. Going to the meds-hatch. Usually, it's every jail as a sort of a meds-hatch on the wing. When I say meds-hatch, sometimes it's literally a hatch that you go to, you stand at, and there'll be a nurse on the other side handing out the meds, or there'll be, just a door with a cage. The door's open but the cage is shut, and they'll be standing there doing the same thing. You'll call it the hatch or whatever, regardless. If you prescribe something, they'll open you up in the morning, send you there. If you need something, if you want a headache tablet or you're ill or something, usually you've got to see them but in the morning. Otherwise, you're not going to get to see them. So if you want to see a nurse, you've got to go down to the hatch in the morning usually. But if you get ill in the afternoon and they say you've got to go work, if you don't want to go because you're ill, you're ill, you don't need to see the nurse, do you, to be told you're ill. Yeah, and then you've got these lunchtime. It's not usually, you don't usually see anyone get it at lunch, and then dinner, 5 o'clock. The 5 o'clock time, 4:30, 5ish. There'll be people queuing for their meds again, and then bang up time at some point. Your lid doors opening and closing throughout the night, daytime as well. People getting their meds, but there's set times that they give them out in jail, regardless of the times you take them on the road. On road, there's set times, morning, afternoon. Which is sort of fair enough. They can't run around all day. Imagine if they give every single prisoner the meds that when they're retired, when they had taken on road, it sort of wouldn't work, would it? Unless they had a nurse. Nurses multiplied by 10, if you know what I mean. Yeah, queues up. The inmate will queue up at the hatch, work his way forward, show the nurse the ID. Everyone's got an ID card in prison. You have your name and number on it. Aldred A776AX. That was the last one. You started keeping your prison numbers, man. It used to be you changed every time you got nicked. What was mine? KR4149. That was Pentonville. That was Feltham. KR4149. That was the that was the first sentence. Because you keep your prison number throughout the same sentence. KR4149. The second one, NE5054, Chelmsford. NE5054. And then after that, A777-6AX, and I had that forever. If I went back again now, which I wouldn't, that's the number I'd have, A777-6AX. Anyway, got right off the point there. You show your nurse your card, she'll give you your meds. I've always wondered if that's actually illegal, just thinking out loud. Right, if you're getting your meds and you go to the pharmacy and he gives you an open load of meds, is that illegal? Because he's sort of tampered with them, you don't know what he's done to them. And especially if you, say you get Subutex, right, which is a tablet, but it's abused in prison. People crush it up, sniff it. And because they're people will buy them in jail all day long, sort of crush them up before they give them to you. So if I've never been prescribed them, anything like that, right? But if people are prescribed them, they usually get them crushed up and they'll be given to them like that. So they've got to put the dust in their mouth, and then I'm sure that's sort of tampering with meds. I don't know. I mean, no one's going to care about prison and whinging about it, are they? But yeah, after you've got your meds, they'll usually say, can you lift your tongue? Prove you ain't got nothing. And then you go on your merry little way. There's ways to hide it. I mean, chuck it under your tongue. Do it quick. Put it down there. As soon as you put it in your mouth, just chuck it down to the side a little bit. Or keep it pushed up into your mouth, at the top of your mouth. I can't see. You do it quick. People have even put little bags in their mouth, but the dust No, imagine putting dust on your tongue. Some people chuck the dust because people will still buy dust. I bought dust off people. It's been in people like sort of like chuck it on their tongue and then just throw the water down the back of the neck so the dust stays on their tongue and then just spit it out and dry it. Some people will have like a plastic bag in their mouth that they pour it into, and yeah, whatever way they come up with to stop people doing something, there's always a way around it. People literally spit dust out of their mouth somehow, and people will buy it. I bought it. It's disgusting. Yeah. Stocken prison was a little bit different though, yeah. So Stocken prison, it was like it wasn't a meds hatch on the wing. It was everyone sort of went to healthcare. It was where the healthcare bit was really, and collected their meds from there, yeah. And everyone descended on there from all the wings at one point at the same time. And if you needed something as well, because I wasn't prescribed anything myself, I'm just going by me here. If you wasn't prescribed anything, you could still like slip out, take your tobacco, whatever you're using to buy, and get down there. And people, what it's like I said, now everyone gets one tablet and then another tablet later on, another tablet later on. People used to get like in possession meds, given their week's worth of meds in one lot. If they sold it all and then they got caught, you know, and they had a cell spin and they was like, oh, let me see your meds, and they didn't have it, they might be in trouble. But so you go down there with your tobacco. I went down there with my tobacco, and you see what you can get, or it's arranged and you're meeting the same person, you know. I used to just fly down there, and because everyone was there, and there's no point in waiting for. Once I'd been in Stockton for a little while, I used to just wait on the wing, wait for someone to come back, and I used to just buy it off him once he got back on the wing. But no, Gabby Pentons. But yeah, usually if you try and wait to thinking you're gonna wait because they're gonna come back on the wing and you're gonna buy it, someone wants to sell it back then, they're gonna get rid of it before they even get back on the wing. So it's best to get off the wing and get it there and then. Tramadols were my thing back then. I used to eat tramadols like Smarties. I wish I never, but mate, they used to keep me up for days. Man. I'm sure there was the cause of one. I've explained that in another video, but yeah, the meds hatch. The amount of fights I've seen at meds hatch is unreal. People queuing up. The nurse would go, "Wait, show me how you do your tongue again." You go, "What do you mean, show me how you do your thing?" The geezer's there like spitting it out as he turns around. What? Fucking. Or they don't get something, or the nurses just think you're lying. You go there and you go, "I've got a banging headache, I need a paracetamol." And I'll tell you, you've got to put an app in to see the doctor. It's like, why have I got up out of bed, ill, to come down here and see you? So you used to tell me that I've got to put an app in to see the doctor. Just give me a thing for my head now. But in an hour's time, it's going to be gone. Healthcare in jail. That's another story. Of which I've done one about, I think. Anyway, if you enjoyed that, hit subscribe, and we'll chat later. Adios.